poop.
All right. Hello, everybody. We're playing a little bit early today. This is going to be the game Puppet Loosely Strung. It is basically going to happen very shortly after yesterday's game. If not the same day, like a couple days forward. You guys have finished the cleanup crew because, again, you guys did a really good job on that. So the city is looking great. And everybody in the city is really thanking the Wander crew. They all, blame everything good that's happening in the city right now on you guys. Now, the Weast will be happening in the, no, the Weast didn't happen yet. The Weast is a feast that is happening because of to celebrate the crew. But it is happening at the Ghost Motel, or the Ghost Hotel, and it has not happened yet. So, you guys are just finishing up the cleaning of the city. Something happened on the north part of the city, and the four really weird people wrecked that part of the city, but everybody's fine. They weren't wearing you guys' uniforms, so everything's good. So that is basically the quick recap. So we are starting in Dyad. So I never know when the screen. Alright. Because I too have to watch the stream for it. So we are starting. We have Royce, who is played by Kole.
Hello, hello.
And we have Leto, who is played by Leto.
Hello.
I'm not
Daddy's
sure if
home.
Leo... Oh, gross. Just gross. I'm not sure if Leo is back yet. He was grabbing his food. Does not appear so. And we have Tarkus, who is played by Salty Row.
Hello.
Excellent. So while we wait for Leo, the four of you have just finished a movie at the theater. Oh, Leo's back.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You guys just finished a movie. What movie did you guys watch? And it could be a version of whatever movie you want, but it will have to be 1930s fantasy version of it.
So, can it be in a modern movie?
Oh, absolutely. It could be whatever movie you guys want to.
Okay, it's the 1930s version of Top Gun Maverick. Done.
I was wondering if it was going to be the 1930s version of Top Gun. But Top Gun Maverick, which assumes that original Top Gun also exists back here.
In the 1920s, then.
Okay, 1920. Oh, of course, because it was so
Because
long.
I'm
Yeah,
just trying to imagine what 1930s Terminator looks like.
Too late. It's Top Gun.
It's just Top Gun. Is it like the stage play Top Gun, and then later
No,
they make a sequel?
It's like biplanes. You know, like the old biplanes and and the old
Absolutely.
style. And all the cheesy lines are in old timey talk. So when they're your ego's writing checks your body can't cash, they're you're being very uppity. I don't know. I'm old timey talk.
I'm reminded of the one comic book that is Captain America talking to Iron Man, where he's just it looks like you need some hard dick, but that just means some tough talk in that time of talking.
Yeah, exactly. That type of version.
So as you guys are getting out of it, and you're doing that thing where you just come out of theater and the sunlight hits your eyes, Royce, because you were polite, kind, moviegoer, you realize your communicator has been going off like crazy.
Damn, that's a shame.
Just leave it on red. Mm-hmm.
Until the movie's over.
Right.
Hey, is that your communicator going off, man?
Silence.
All right. Never mind.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it later.
It just keeps going off. But
Okay.
you don't have to answer. That's fine. Leto and Royce, can you both give me a 20-sider real quick?
sure can.
Okay, so that's a 9. And oh, Leto, is that your roll? Oh no, there it is. Okay. 17. All right. So yeah, we'll take the 17. Like all of a sudden, you feel a massive like pulse coming from the southern end of the to like far to the south. Like Royce, you feel it too. Like both of you, as like the other two, nothing. But you guys feel like run over you. Like Royce's tattoo lights up and his eyes light up blue, and like all the parts of Leto that light up start just glowing pretty brightly for a second. And it feels kind of cold at the same time.
I think you need to answer that communicator call because I just felt something strange.
I'll be the considerate type and just like leave the theater real quick to answer.
Oh no, you're outside. You're outside. You guys have like left the theater.
Oh yeah, the movie's over. We're outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'll answer it.
It's just like, hello. Is this Royce?
May I ask who this is?
Oh, sorry. This is Tisk.
Tisk.
I get that a lot. Now, I know. I shouldn't be calling you directly, but I have some interesting information that might pertain to you and one of your associates. I have information that Bobbert of Bobbert's Casino and Spa has been here. I'll send you the diagrams, and he sends like however you guys' communicators like work, like whole hologram thing, you know, like floating out of it. You see the diagrams for like, and you know that Bobbert has made mechs before by copying Fish Tinger Industries. You see one of those robots that you saw in Lullaby, but scaled up by like 100 times. And it's just like, now, and he's just like, I think that this might pertain to you as well. And he sends you, and if Leo is looking over your shoulder at all, like,
Which I am.
Yeah, so Leto, and like, you guys see the engine of the submarine, by the way.
Wait a minute.
Just detailed diagrams explaining like of how the sub works.
I'm not okay with that.
How did he get my blueprints?
The
They're my blueprints.
the meta explanation for that like is the crew has rolled quite low a bunch of times. The in-game explanation is they've got a lot of people working for them right now.
Yeah.
It's just like they are setting up, and he sends you the map, and he's just like, they've been setting up in these Silver Mountains. I believe. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like, go
These
ahead.
are my nudes. I was just like this is. I'm not okay, but I want to keep hearing what you're saying, but I'm just very, very exposed
Leto,
right now.
they can't see anything.
It's
you
like,
know?
oh, don't you worry. You are perfectly safe. I wouldn't share these with anyone. And it cuts to Tisk's like bedroom, and he just has a printout of like Leto's diagnostic report like on his wall. I
It's
won't
like
tell
some
anyone.
Weird, like pinup calendar.
Yeah, it's just like
crap
it's
there.
100% that.
Okay.
It's just like so. And I know that you all like you found that ancient city underground. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen anything in that area. If you've had any like missions down there before. But I have had good authority that Bobbert has claimed a good amount of land there in the mountains. Unknown what he plans to do with it. But I just figured I'd be a good confidential informant.
I say let's thank him and let's investigate this because I am very, very upset.
I mean, yeah, we can absolutely just like hop on the airship and head down.
I mean, what do you guys think? Because I know it's me, but I feel like we need to bring to justice or bring light to whoever leaked my blueprints and figure out why they did so.
Yes, I have a mind to go there myself. I've had some issues dealing with Tarkus's current problem that I am pretty sure the flamingos are involved in. I would like a word. Very much like a word. As Leo would basically tapping his foot like almost instantly. Though once he realized that, though, he stopped himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we'll just like, well, hop on the airship because that's the direct way down. Like the sub wouldn't get you all the way there. And the airship is parked in town because we know it is because we fixed it. All right, let me make sure that this is the correct map. So as you start like flying down, like, and Officer Nickel has like the wheel of the airship, it just, you start seeing like, it starts to rain a little bit where you are, and it just gets really cold. Like all of you are just like getting pretty cold, and then it's just snowing everywhere. It's just a straight whiteout situation, to the point where they have to land the airship. Ooh, I did not. I moved me, but I didn't move you guys. You have to land the airship in the mountains, and it's just crazy dangerous to go any further, like, but with the airship. So it's like you guys can get out, you guys can stay on the airship, try to like, up to you, but like the fastest path seems like just walking through.
Well, I'm down with walking.
I wouldn't want to risk the airship. We can get through it.
This cold is not good for my parts. Let me just say that right now.
Right, then let's. It's better that we hurry then. Yes, I am not sure how well Tarkus can handle extreme weathers, but I suppose this is one way for us to test that. Tarkus, how are you holding up so far? How are your systems?
This unit is functioning fine. This unit would also not like to attempt another plummet. There is no canal to land in.
I would very much like you not to attempt another plummet. Please don't. Unless it's absolutely necessary, okay?
Alright. So, as you get, as you guys land, your communicators keep picking up, like, garbled mixtures of other people talking, but you can't make it out. Like, you can hear the crew trying to talk through them, and you guys can try to, like, send messages, but they're not working right. Like, maybe 1 out of, like, 20, you guys can, like, hear the message you're trying to get through. It's like somebody else is on this line, or, like, using that kind of technology.
Weren't our communicators also technically damaged the last time we crashed the airship into the Silver
we
Level?
fixed that.
Oh, I see.
It got better.
No, it's just icy. It's not icy.
You know, the weather's interfering with the communicators, or there's somebody piggybacking on the reception.
There we go.
You want to roll me a 20-sider?
Well, sure. I can roll a 20-sider.
Oh, we rolling? Oh.
Alright, So yeah, there is definitely somebody else using these lines. It doesn't seem like it has anything to do with like weather interference. There is something else using your technology. Or kind of technology, technically, for the communicators. But with a 13, like you can track it.
I was just about to say, can we, based on our technical expertise, can we triangulate the position of who's using our communicator to kind of localize and home in on it?
Absolutely. Why don't you give me a 20-sider too, and we'll just take the highest. So far it's a 13, but yours might be a 20, so I don't want to like take that option away. But it also might be a 1. All right, so yeah, we're gonna keep the 13. It's definitely like over this hill. And Leo and Tarkus, could you both also roll me a 20-sider?
Oh, sure. Is it for like a general like traveling through this area?
It seems like it's like I'm more traveling through it, and can you guys like navigate this area? So both of you got it. Oh no, that 10's Leto's, and this that. Okay, so tough
13,
choice.
10, 10, 9.
All right. So the tough choice is you can. All right. So in the distance, Leo and Tarkus, you begin hearing like almost the same kind of noises that were happening in the Undercity while they were like drilling out the hole. Oh, you want to make it? Prophecy wants to make it a success. So yeah. So you can hear the sounds of like drilling and explosions coming from quite a distance off, Tarkus. Like behind the mountain, what sounds like everybody else is kind of assuming that it's like thunder from the storm, but you can identify it very clearly as this is ordnance is being used. It is explosives. It is drilling. That is what you hear, or like that's what you know is waiting for you on the other side of this mountain.
Someone is doing construction here.
Considering the diagrams that apparently were
This unit
taken.
detects drills and explosives.
Oh boy. That can't be a good sign. Well, how are we going to approach this? I feel like just walking in and bursting through the doors may be a troublesome idea, since we don't know what we're expecting exactly.
Well, can we tell if they're actually doing construction, or are they drilling or mining, like looking for something hidden?
I feel like we might need to get closer for a better understanding of that. Because all we're getting from here is just the sounds of it, which is pretty telling, but we might need more.
Yeah, so this roll would be you guys, how quickly can you guys get through this snow and head that direction? Sorry. I think this roll is actually what you were asking me if the last roll was. So who wants to lead this like merry band?
I'll lead us.
Right? Make me that roll. Like you've been in this area before at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 17, absolutely. So you guys trek through this like frozen tundra, and you do like you have to climb up over a hill, and there was definitely some like slippery goes, but with the 17, like Royce has led you directly to it. But you see this absolutely gigantic robot. Like, you guys are not to scale on this thing. Like, I'll put you guys down here. But I figure you guys are coming up from above, and you have snuck up. Like, you guys, it doesn't see you, and it has like one of its arms, like, is a drill, and it's drilling directly into the earth. And Royce, you are standing over where Lullaby was, or is underground.
Good lord.
I've heard of iron giants, but this is kind of ridiculous. How are we going to deal with that?
Guess this explains the drilling we were hearing.
It's above where my city is.
And it's just like it pulls the drill out, and like you see that it's steaming with like a silvery but very pink at the same time fire around the drill, and then you just see it like move its arm over, and that drill detaches and slams into the ground, and you can see another one like come out of it very slowly, like telescoping situation, and then just start like clunk 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 clunk, becoming really big again, and just like it holds it up. It does not see you guys. You guys are still like very much hidden. It's just like, thank you for choosing Bobbert's Casino and Spa. And then the drill starts spinning, and it starts like smashing it into the ground again.
That cannot be fuel efficient.
Do I hear any music?
No. Oh, no. But you do, if you try to like listen to your comms, it's even more like muddled here.
The steam that came out when the drill detached his arm, was that what was holding it on there? Like, or
It just,
was
it seemed like an effect of it overheating.
Ah, okay.
So they detached the one that was overheating and then like sent another one out to take its place, like changing drill bits.
Gotcha.
But the giant drill bit that is basically the size of a locomotive is now sitting in the snow, like steaming like crazy. But yeah, this robot. Also, you guys all do clearly see the insignia of Bobbert's Casino and Spa. Like, it's just Bobbert, like, on this robot. It's just, like, welded into it.
This angers me more than you know.
I see we both have a word to have with him. Oh.
Oh, I want to exchange more than just words.
If I decide to go full steam mode to go investigate the drill bit that was left, is it going to detect me?
Probably not, but that is up to a roll. But it is not looking in that direction, so something would have to go pretty wrong for it to.
Well, I would like I depending on what you guys think, I think investigating the bit that was discarded, and I can do it hopefully sneakily, becoming my Steam form to go inspect that drill bit to hopefully get some more information.
I think that'd be useful.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and go ahead. Sorry. Give me a 20-sider.
Yep.
$14, absolutely. It looked like that 4 for a long time, though. Yeah, okay, it did. On the stream, too, it really held that 4 for a second.
It did.
So, with a 14, you guys see Leto just, like, his armor just collapses to the ground, and he goes into, like, a very ethereal form, which I might mention looks a lot like when Royce uses Wraith form. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, things happen.
when you get close to that drill, like the drill bit, is anybody else like watching Leto? Are you guys like watching what he's doing while this is happening, or are you keeping an eye on the mech and on the giant robot?
I'm
Marcus
watching
is
him.
definitely watching Leto.
Leo's gonna keep an eye on the giant robot then,
Alright.
while the others are checking.
Leo, you give me a 20-sider for just keeping an eye on the robot. All right. So tough choice, Leo. Do you want to know a little bit more about the capabilities of this robot, or would you like to know more about the crew of this robot?
Think. Learning more about the robot might be good. I feel like we might need to try to figure out a way to shut that thing down.
Okay. So you see that the robot, it does have 2 arms, and it has one of them seems to be interchangeable. It seems to be able to like change that out from, it loads from within, like that's where the drills come out. This drill is huge, and like if anybody got hit with this, it would really hurt, like really hurt. Probably just straight up kill you if this thing hit you with this. You can tell it does have a slight overheating issue, based on the way that the drill is working, and it's like really having a hard time like getting through this mountainside, even at its size and clear like mass. But probably the most interesting thing that you find is the fact that it has a door on its right foot.
Ah. I had a feeling we'd have to shut that thing down from the inside.
Right.
So be our ticket in there.
Absolutely. And then for the rest of the party watching Leto, as Leto gets closer to this like pinkish silvery flame, Leto, you feel like this is basically you, just not inside you, but like tainted. Like that pinkness to it is not good. Like whatever they did to make it pink, to make it, it's like synthetic you without a brain.
Ah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep going.
You do see that it is slowly going out. It has a it's basically, you're looking at it like a corpse. Like this, if you died, you would just leave back like behind parts, but if you saw yourself dead, it would be a corpse, you know what I mean? How do I
That's terrible.
Yeah, this is very eerie. It feels like someone just walked over my grave.
like you can tell by looking at this, then looking at the robot and like detecting like the fire that is going on and the schematics that you guys looked at earlier, you feel that you know, based on anything like Royce would have told you about Lullaby, based on your small time in Lullaby, that the robots that they had in Lullaby, well, not 100% sentient, like were treated well and like were repaired, like whenever like they got a little bit damaged, they were well taken care of, they were not overworked, they did as much as you can like your job, liked their jobs. This one is definitely being forced into labor. Like, it is not autonomous the same way. You feel like there is some kind of brain going on in there that is having thoughts, but it is being piloted.
Okay, and now I'm gonna head back to the group.
All right. So Leto climbs back into his armor.
And then I will explain to the group exactly what I found out, which you just
Yeah, that
what you just told me I explained to the group.
Leo will exchange the info he was able to ascertain about the robot as well, particularly its strength and its overheating and their little entrance to the right of its foot. If we're gonna find a way to shut this thing down, and if it is piloted like you say, it'll be our ticket to get in there and to get to them. Unfortunately, with all the snow going about, I couldn't really get a good eye on what kind of crew we're dealing with exactly. Safe to say there might be a flamingo or two, but let's not just assume they're all flamingos. There could be more formidable folks in there, and they could have weaponry we might not be prepared for. So be ready for any possible eventuality as we try to get through to this.
Yeah, you guys, with like with your successful rolls, like you guys can make it to that door without them seeing you. It does appear locked though, and before we go forward, I want Nika to give me a roll for how well the crew is doing, like boosting the communications. A 10.
I'm obviously
I'm
going to
waiting-
boost that by 1.
Yeah, that's I was waiting for somebody to. I was like, and hold on as it boosts.
Like it's too close not to.
Absolutely. So Nika will be able to, like, Nika will put up 2 more votes. For everybody to make to help you guys out. But you guys are standing at this door. This giant robot is a pinkish hue. Like, they did not paint it. They made it with some kind of like pink metal. The door does appear to be locked, but the robot is not moving other than its constant shaking due to it drilling into the earth. But the whole area is shaking pretty hard when it's doing that.
Mm-hmm. See. If getting in the locked door is an issue, I could try to improvise with whatever I brought with me to try to pick the lock open.
Or I can try to get it around that lock, since this technology the robot's made out of is pretty similar to my ethereal form. I may be able to get around it.
Oh,
Let you guys in from the inside.
right. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll defer to you. You probably know this a lot better than I would. But if need be, I can provide up a backup.
So I'm gonna try to get around this lock and try to get in through any seeps or cracks I can detect, and see if I can open the door from the inside.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a 20-sided for that one.
Target, did you roll that? Did you throw that card a little too early?
Maybe.
All good. Nico will probably refund it to you.
Alright. So with 11, you make it in. Once you go beyond this door, I'll just like give it to you the whole like way. You guys all like Leto can like slip through the it's almost like you can go right through the metal actually. Like as you're like trying to seep through the cracks in the door, it's actually just easier, like you can just basically phase through it in your smoke form. And then like
That's strange.
like once you're in, like you can just you can just move the handle and turn it. And like you're in. And as you see, this is actually like, picture you're looking straight up with this. This is a ladder going up. So you'd have to climb its leg.
Oh, that's high up. Oh boy.
Welcome inside, everybody. It was very strange. I kind of just phased through the quote-unquote metal here. Something is off with this pink metal, but we need to investigate further.
The more I hear about this thing, the more I feel we really need to figure out what's wrong and get this done as soon as we can. So I
Marcus,
take it
can
this
you
is
roll me a 20-sided?
Me?
Yep, Tarkus needs to. The comms are going pretty haywire. You see Tarkus's blue light turn pink again, and you hear them. You hear some talking, and it's like it's the clearest the comms have been to anybody, and it's coming out of Tarkus's head. It's like Tarkus is saying it, but it's definitely the voice of like somebody from Regency, Florida. It's just like, yeah, I don't know what's up. I just keep hitting it. It's just like they don't really train me on this stuff, and it's just like, we're good. The machine does most of the work. You just gotta keep like pushing the button. And it's just like, hold on. I think somebody else is on our line. Is the foot door open? And that is where we are. You hear footsteps coming from above you, like coming towards this hole. Again, we're looking up.
There'd be a spot we could pretend to find a spot like a crevice to hide in as they go to the door.
Yeah, you guys want to hide?
Cause I don't think we could climb up fast enough before they get down here. So it's either we try to handle this stealthily or well,
Stealthily.
either that or
I say we hide.
if push comes to shove, we'll defer to you, sir, as Leo says to Royce.
And this will probably bite me in the ass later. I'm gonna spend 6 AP to put invisibility on all 4 of us.
No, yeah, absolutely. You see like a head pop out the top of the manhole and look down, or not manhole, but like the hatch.
Scared.
And looks down at you guys, and looks through you. He's like, "Oh, it's cold." And you hear another voice. Is the door open? I'm pretty sure I closed it. Oh, hold on. And he starts he starts climbing down the ladder. Like, you guys are invisible, but who wants to make the roll to see if they bump into you? Only one of you have to make the roll.
Not me. I have terrible luck.
I was honestly gonna try and incapacitate the flamingo as he goes by.
Okay, yeah, that could that could be the roll instead. So yeah, he is well within arm's reach of Royce.
Shush, shush, shh, go to sleep.
Yeah, roll for it. Yeah. Oh god. Okay, so tough choice. All right. The tough choice is, the one up top gets immediately suspicious when he doesn't hear, back from him, and is heading down. A pinch hitter. All right, one more time, Royce. Let's hope it's not worse.
It'll be worse.
It was one worse. So it stands. So the other one's gonna get instantly suspicious and start calling out and heading down while calling out. It's asking if he fell. That's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna sound like he falls. You're gonna Royce is gonna drop him after he incapacitates him, instead of holding on to him. Or the second thing is, this one, he's gonna start trying to scream, and you can muffle the first parts of the screams, but then you guys got to come up with a plan to stop him from screaming more.
We can throw him out the door.
Just kick the door open and throw him into the snow.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit heartless, but I mean, I'm just spitballing ideas here. You know what I mean?
That's my boy.
Absolutely. So he goes out, you open the door, throw him out the door, slam the door closed.
Oh, by the way, is he incapacitated before you kick him out, or is he still awake?
like,
How are you going about this?
He was still awake right up until like he went face first. Like I think the throwing him out there knocked him out. Don't worry, we didn't kill him. He's just out like a flamingo.
Yeah, we're not
in,
killers here.
In like 6 feet of snow outside.
That's what the weather's for.
That's
Yeah,
what
the weather's the murderer, not us.
We
Oh,
let
jeez.
nature take its course.
You do?
Survival of the fittest. I mean, what can we say?
Ah.
So like from the top of it, it's just like he heard like the one up there heard the door open and close and slam shut. It's just like, did you get it? Is it closed?
Oh.
Is it still hitching?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Roll me a 20-sider to see if absolutely roll me a 20-sider to see if he buys it.
Oh, he did not.
He does not. He's like,
Damn it.
is that what? Hold on. He starts like looking down. He doesn't see anything. He's just like, where'd you go? Because obviously you're all still invisible. normally the incapacitating it would avoid it, but I just think like it's kind of like Leto like crouched, like went down on his hands and knees, and Royce just pushed him. So it was less an attack and more just a schoolyard prank of killing a flamingo by tossing him into the snow.
We didn't kill him.
No, he's not dead.
No, he's fine. He'll wake up feeling $1 million in a little bit. So the guy's looking down. Shit, we in a tight spot.
It is the definition of a tight spot.
Anyone got any ideas?
Depends on how violent we want to get.
It's like, well, I know Royce does not like the flamingos. He's very mad at them still, so.
I'm trying to restrain myself in front of others. I'm trying to have some growth here, Alan.
So,
Alright, that's
Alan,
fine.
if I change into my Steam form, can I ascend the ladder still invisible?
I think you could. It's gonna take a roll to like make sure your parts don't just clang on the ground when you do it, or like to make sure your parts don't become visible. But I'd be fine like letting you make the roll and like knowing that that is the outcome if you roll low. That the
I have an
magic-
idea, guys. I think I can try to ascend up there and push this other guy down here, and we'll kick him out, and he can join his friend in the snow. What do you think?
Well, if we did it to one, we might as well do it to the other. We already got one foot in the door.
I mean, we're already committed, right? I mean, but you know,
Yeah,
I want a group consensus here. You know.
I give you a thumbs up.
All right.
You're all invisible. I don't know if you're invisible to each other.
We're just talking to the air. The flamingos are thinking they're getting bullied by ghosts right now.
Who's whispering down there?
Ooh.
13.
13. Absolutely. Leto gets to the top of the stairs, and you just pushing him down the stairs?
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
stairs, the ladder.
Yeah. I'll push him down the ladder instead of him just falling.
Oh boy.
Because, you know, we're not trying to kill anyone.
Marcus just gets ready to catch the flamingo.
Yeah, we
Yeah, with a 13, like, Tarkus, like, yeah, Tarkus can catch the flamingo.
There
and
we
he's just
go.
Like, what? Like, that's, at that moment is when Tarkus becomes visible to him.
it just gets thrown out.
It's like, what's happening? And then you're literally, guys, just opening the door and throwing him out.
Well, then.
So, Leto and Tarkus are going to have used their invisibility up. Right there. But Royce and Leo, You two are still technically invisible.
Excellent.
Alright, well. That helps us with the first problem, I guess.
All right, so
Good stuff, you two.
we'll have to stay here for a second. You guys can press on because you're still invisible.
Right. I'll follow you, lead, sir.
Once Leto and Tarkus's invisibility wears off, a little silver ball rolls off Leto and goes back to Tarkus. Goes right into his foot.
Hey, so what's up ahead? Oh, so it looks like... Oh, we got a map.
Yeah. So, the communications, like, the crew on the ship managed to split the communications. You guys can now talk to each other without, the flamingos being able to hear you and not being, like, crossed over anymore. And also, like, they give you a layout of the, this entire robot. Like, Tisk's, like, diagrams of them now, like, are, like, mapped for you all. Like, you can see it has a source of its energy at the basically where the heart would be. It has a cockpit where the head is, and it has its left arm is the drill arm, and its right arm is just a normal arm. And you know how to get to any of these spaces. Oh, also they have a delightful little break room. It has vending machines and snacks.
Well, that's nice. That's considerate. I appreciate
It's considerate. It's just like it's really nice to have. Like,
that's a nice thing.
it's why unions are important. It's mostly shrimp chips, and prawn crisps, and a delightful vending machine that will just serve blended smoothies that is just shrimp.
So if you have like a shellfish allergy, you're just
Oh, this place is a
Not
goddamn
in-
nightmare.
yeah, you're just not enjoying life.
Looking at this diagram, Leto, like you start to you put your hand out and touch the wall. Oh, actually, give me a 20-sider. I can give you some fun information on this.
Okay.
Actually, all of you give me a 20-sider. I'll take the highest.
Okay. Ooh.
At 19 though.
And
That
19,
19.
that 19 though.
It's looking real nice.
So you're wondering why this metal is pink. It is actually just shrimp shells in with the metal that has turned it pink. But there's some readings that now Tarkus and Leto are picking up on. This is like necromancy.
That's gross.
They're using shrimp corpses to help power this ship, and the engine is powering the spell.
These flamingos become more and more appalling by the day.
It definitely smells fishy in here too, though. I just need you guys to know that. I didn't realize what the tunnel looked like, and now I'm saying it smells fishy in here, and I'm sorry.
I see what you did there.
Wait.
But at the top of the ladder, this is what you guys see. It's a hallway further into the ship. If you go straight down this hallway and then take the left, you will end up in the that's where the engine more or less will be. If you go to the right, that path will take you to where the arm is, and if you just keep going straight, eventually you'll get to the head.
Oh, so how were we going to do this? Were we going to take down the energy source first, or were we going to try to deal with the pilot?
Oh, there is a security guard patrolling. He is.
Oh, yeah,
he is real. He's mostly there because I couldn't get this person to stop standing there whenever I was doing fucking Midjourney.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know who
That's
you are.
a very nosy fellow.
I have an idea for the security guard.
Uh-huh.
Let's throw him outside. Just kidding. Let's find another way.
Now, we have landed on one way we deal with security guards.
Yeah, no,
Just kick
that's
them
what
out
I'm
the door, I
saying, like, you
guess.
just keep piling them up outside the foot. So is he like roving, like pacing back and forth, or is he just kind of like sitting there on his phone, like barely paying attention?
You know what? I'm gonna roll a 20-sided for him to see how good he is at his job. The higher, the better he is at his job. He's okay. Like he takes his job seriously, so he's not like on his phone, but he knows that like nobody's here.
No, it's been brought down.
Oh, also, I'm sorry, crew. You guys fixed the communicator. Let me give you like the first thing you guys pick up when the communicator's fixed, and you guys in the party hear this too. You guys can basically put your hands over your communicator to stop it from being super loud, and it's just like, welcome to. Thank you for coming to the future site of Serenade, a subsidiary of Bobber's Casino and Spa. Please remove yourself from this location, as it will be considered trespassing, and we will answer with deadly force. Thank you for visiting the future site of Serenade by Bobber's Casino and Spa.
Bet you that Serenade's gonna be real nice.
Serenade's gonna be great.
I want
Like the
to
security guy's
eliminate
just like,
everything.
yeah, I can't wait. It's like, gonna get myself a house, gonna be sick. Also, the captain has like come over the comms and given you all a direct bounty. You all get a gold gotcha if you can bring back the captain a tasty snack. Silver gotcha, I'm sorry. Silver gotcha. Gold's too good.
Leo looks confused. Did the captain just ask for a snack from the vending machine?
Oh, yeah. Well, Nika was gonna do bronze, but I'll do silver. That's fine.
I'm gonna book myself a nice spa appointment when that Serenade opens.
Well, sir, we have been given some your orders. How are we
Look at-
going to go about this?
Leto is just like in the corner, like looking at the diagrams for the future site of Serenade, and it does look really nice. It looks like an entire city that is all one big Bobbert's Casino and Spa. It has like giant, like not just hot tubs, but hot spring situation, and it's just, they say that this is the part where like the silver flame engines will go, and here is like where like they will the radio will be, and they show the fact that they have completely leveled the mountain above it in their plans, so that there is like they don't want the mountains here. They want to pull those back to expose Serenade to the sky.
We're gonna find the captain and we're gonna take control of this thing.
Alright, I think someone needs to get a snack from that vending machine and bring it on up there. But then, wait a minute, we'll be exposed.
I'm gonna go to the vending machine real quick.
Okay, you have
Maybe
to get
we-
past the security guard to do that.
Oh.
I'm gonna go through the security guard.
Oh, okay.
I'll
boy.
walk like I have purpose, and if he tries not to stop me, I'm just gonna glare at him and be like, "I'm getting something for the captain, if you don't mind."
In
No,
all,
sir.
Invisible.
in all fairness, he can't see you.
Yeah. So if like he looks in my direction, I just say that to scare him.
Oh god.
Robots haunted.
And so Royce goes past him. Where is it?
Oh boy.
There we are. No, I had to find where I put the break room. If you guys split up, I have to like go to that page and then like hide some of you. So you come in here and you see somebody like tapping at the vending machine, standing there, and he's just like, "Oh, I'll move him over so everybody can see him." And then there's a security guard, and they are just chatting away. It's just like, honestly, like I was saying before, the machine does all the work. It's just, we're just here to keep it in line. It's just, whoever that strange woman that gave us the spell to do this, it was a hefty cost, but I think it was well justified. Bobbitt's really got this under control.
I want to
know.
whisper in the guy who's talking. It's like, what woman?
What'd you say? Oh, what woman? Okay. I was like, what woman? I'm gonna roll to see how he reacts. Higher, he reacts better. He reacts like, yeah, he's just like what? What'd you say? The security guard's just like, I didn't say anything. Like, no, you know, like, that the woman made of ashes. She's just fucking weird, but Bobbitt says, like, we can trust her as long as, like, we can pay her, and let me tell you, we are gonna be rolling in it after we get this set up.
How do these vending machines operate?
They literally did just, like, A6 after, but you do have to put coins in them. Because it's Bobbert.
I don't have coins. Can I just, like, punch open the glass?
Yeah, that would make you visible immediately, for the record.
I'm gonna try and rummage through this guy's pockets for coins.
Okay, roll me a 20-sider to rob this man.
I'm borrowing.
What's
Okay.
up?
Yeah, with a 19, and now I'm just waiting for somebody to raise it by 1. Because I'm sure it's just, like, right there somewhere. So, Royce, you do manage to, like, get into his pockets and gather, like, enough coins that you could buy the whole row of snacks. You could buy the shrimp cocktail, which is just, imagine boba tea, but instead of, like, tapioca at the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, so I just started explaining the 20. Like, at the bottom is just, like, fish balls. Or fish eggs. Yeah, Poppin's right. It's definitely just fish eggs, but biggins. They're big.
Yeah, sure,
And then-
we'll get that.
Oh, no, you can get the whole row. You sure you don't want me to explain what the rest
Sure,
of it
we'll
is?
get the whole roll.
Okay, so
I want you to explain them all.
somebody write this down because I won't remember it. We have the boba that has the fish eggs. We have prawn chip and prawn crisps, like I said. There is a slender Jimothy in here.
Jimothy.
What?
The slender Jimothy is different than the slim jams because, like, this is made completely of shrimp. And it's just like, it's not even like pureed enough to look like a Slim Jim. It's just like you see shrimp bits in there the whole way through. There is a pudding that just is. It's just a pink pudding. It's super silky though.
Did you say soupy?
Silky.
Silky.
It's like yeah, if you put your spoon in it, just cuts right through. It's amazing.
Oh.
There's also like 2 different kinds of sandwiches. They are wrapped in plastic. One of them is just shrimp salad, which is just like tuna salad but with shrimp, and the other one is actually 2 pieces of shrimp toast. And that's what you got.
How do they react to the vending machine just turning on, spitting all this out, and then just floating away?
Oh, before it's floating away, the first one, with the 20, sorry. You also grab, and you can see it actually on his token right here. you see this name badge?
Oh yeah.
You just happen to like take that too.
No, yeah. Why not? Right? While I'm there, right?
Right while
Oh,
you're
boy.
here.
Oh boy.
So this is gonna happen. Is anybody else going to like do something to try to distract these two before Royce just like starts like scooping up his stolen
I'll tell
shrimp
you right
snacks?
now, if a vending machine started running, depositing all this stuff, and then all this stuff started kind of like floating, I'd be freaked out.
Yeah, the second it starts floating, this guy that you can look at his name tag and he is an engineer.
Probably a dumb one.
Aw.
Damn.
His name is Williams.
Will.
Yes, Williams.
Gotcha.
Oh, Williams.
I think what I can do.
You guys could basically do whatever you want. Like, you guys are sitting here with the security guard back here. It is taking Royce maybe an uncomfortable amount of time for you. Like here. But you do hear like there's a conversation happening up above in front of you. You don't know how Royce thought about getting out of the situation.
Will we be able to provide a sort of distraction to have the groups basically go the other way? Give a chance to get him. We'll give it a chance for him to get out on his own accord, of course. And we could continue on with our task.
Yeah, how would you put? What's that distraction?
Unimaginable violence.
I'd rather not resort to that right away.
All right,
We've
I'm
already
going
thrown
up
2 people out
against
the door.
the hallway security guard. But take him out.
Oh, never mind.
All right.
Just
Roll
let
for
I
me.
Take him out.
Yep, you do. What's it look like? Do you just like yeah? How?
I just I change into my mist smoke form, and then demist right in front of him, knock him out with a punch, carry him in mist form back down the stairs, and guess where he's going?
Oh, good.
Out into the snow.
This is like a hitman mission where they just keep tossing the bodies out.
Lord.
There he goes.
As you open it, you see the second one, and he looks up because he's in this so he's shaking the first one. He's like, "Wake up, man! Wake up!" And then you just throw the other flamingo at him.
And it knocks them both back out.
Yep, exactly how it happens.
Exactly.
Wake up, man! It's too cold. Squawk!
Oh,
I don't know if flamingos squawk. That's
Full on
just...
squawks and everything. Oh no.
We're terrible. We are terrible people.
Okay, that security guard got taken out very quietly, so the other two don't even hear it. Like, the one's just like, God damn it, did they not fix that door? The security guard's just like, you know anything about doors? He's like, I'm an engineer. Or, that's what it says on my... Wait a minute. Ah, fuck! They don't let me back in the They don't let me back in the engine room without that. Did you see my name tag? It's like, no, man. I'm gonna go check on that door. You go retrace your steps. And that is what happens. Another security guard is coming down the hallway towards you guys to head towards the stairs. But, Royce is in this room, is in the break room alone now.
Perfect.
Stealing snacks.
Gathering up my snackies.
Oh boy.
I dare that security guard to come near this door. Dare him. I
That's
triple
right.
dog dare you.
He's on his way to it.
Fucking dare you. Please. Come
Clearly.
investigate this door.
Leto
He's
learn
like-
from the best.
Like he comes walking down the hallway and like. So I'm just gonna say that Leto is still like hiding really well, but like he's coming down the hallway. He's right next to you, Leto. Not Leto. Leo. He's like right there. Now hold on. Roll 1d20 to see let's see how good this one is at his job. He's a little worse. He's like gonna scan around. Does he He's either going to see Tarkus, or he's going to realize that all the other security guards are missing right now. Like, if he realizes they're all missing, he's about to make a call, and the call will happen really quick. If he sees Tarkus, you guys have an opportunity to attack, but bigger risk if you make low rolls.
If it's all right, might I use a card to play something out to help with this?
Absolutely.
So as the flamingo walks by, he turns, right? He's about to seize Tarkus, and when he notices him, that is Leo's cue to take his spear, which is hooked, by the way, to trip him.
Oh, do a wild card for a trip up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he goes down that ladder, well, Leto, you know what to do.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
like a well-oiled machine we are.
Yeah, he hits every rung on the way down.
Oh my goodness!
You guys hear his beak just go clang 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 clang. Floor.
Oh
And
my
then
goodness, I am so sorry.
one
And
more
then
clank
door.
as I open the door and throw his ass out.
I was rolling to see the ladder attack him. What I was rolling for.
In for a copper, in for a gold, I guess. Let's keep going.
Well, yeah, every hit, Leo's just like, ooh, sorry. Ooh.
Pretty much.
ah,
He's
ooh."
apologizing the whole way down for him. He
So-
didn't think it'd go that bad.
So
Well,
that's
for him.
happening. You guys just see. Oh, that made Leo visible though as well.
Oh, that's fair.
But so you see an armload of snacks comes down the hallway.
I see you've gotten the snacks for the captain, sir.
I also got a key card
Ooh,
to the engine room.
perfect. Good. I need to get there anyway. Oh, no, the flamingos lost all their pride. No.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
poor flamingos. The joke must end.
this pleases the Royce.
Well, I guess since we have a key to the engine room, I guess we could head there next then, and work on way to turning this thing off. We also need to try to figure out if we can deal with the pilot as well. I'm not sure if
Should-
that's as simple.
Do the snacks that we procured, or Royce procured from the vending machine, have a strong smell to them? Like, would someone be drawn to them? Like, ooh, I smell shrimps, and be drawn to them.
The whole place kind of smells like shrimp already, but if somebody saw the snacks, they would definitely be like, "Ooh, free snacks."
Okay. Well, we can go to the engine room and try to shut her down, or we can strategically place the snacks by the door to the bridge, and then when the captain or pilot go to those snacks, I'll throw them out the door.
Oh yeah, I could also just knock on the door and like pretend to be like,
Oh, and, like,
Captain, your snacks are here, and then yeah.
If the door has a window, I suppose that would work. Knock on the door, jiggle the snaps a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Also, is it weird that we are baiting flamingos with shrimp? I don't know. Is
It's a
it weird?
necessary thing to do. They deserve
Flamingos
it.
eat shrimp.
Yes, I get that, but we're kind of baiting them like fish. But okay.
Finally, we got the fishing game everybody was looking for. Just turns out you have to throw flamingos down a fucking ladder and out a door into the freezing cold repeatedly.
Oh,
But hold on, question though. So if we're in this like hallway and then the leg is right next to us, where like we climbed up, blah blah blah. Are we in like the ball sack of the robot? Like
I would
Is
say
that-
I was gonna say you're probably in the pelvis, but fine, we can call it a ball sack of the robot.
I believe
Sure.
the technical term is the cod piece.
so that's where we're at. So. And if the bridge is close by, the bridge is not in the head; it's in the other head. Correct? Am I?
It's a robot. Who put cock and balls
Yeah.
on this robot?
Whose man is this?
God
Like,
damn it,
who-
Robert. To the front
not-
of all things engineering.
Why does it have a cock and balls? Rupert has apparently earned himself a treat, as Nika has come out to get Rupert's treat. Also, can you guys all see the little security guards like a Frozen, like below the robot now? That's
Hell
fun.
yeah.
They all just slowly getting buried in
Oh,
snow.
nice.
Oh
That's
my
awesome. Well played, Nika. Well played.
Oh no, I did this, but Nika's giving Rupert treats. I was saying, but this
Oh, okay. Well played, Alan. Then.
fucking, it's just funny to me.
So we're
Oh,
gonna go to the cockpit. And
Going-
attempt to-
good.
It's
Nice.
literally the cockpit.
the cockpit's in the head.
Okay, we're going
Which
to
head?
the head of the cockpit.
Which head?
Not the dick. But you guys
I'm
have
just
a map.
saying, like I have the blueprints, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
part of me. And,
Oh, yeah,
and I'm saying like we're not in the cranium head. That's not where we are at right now.
No, you are definitely right now. You are basically the sperm of this robot, for the record.
I'm just
cool.
that's
It's time
Yeah.
to swim, boys.
hopefully they're strong swimmers.
I know I am. Up we
So-
go.
This is the cockpit. You are viewing it from outside. Like you can look like down the hallway. There's a door with a window. You are looking into the cockpit.
Okay.
There are 3 engineers in there and 2 security guards. These are the most on point characters that you've seen so far.
And why
Maybe
is
in
his,
this game in
security
general.
hat like not saying secure? The guy on the right, his hat is backwards. so-
It's because Bobbert made it so like if you are facing the left, he only made
Nobody-
right. He
no.
only made right facing and left facing hats. He couldn't afford to make left and right facing hats. So if you're facing the other way, you're fucked.
with
no,
all
instead
the
of
stuff.
security, it's you're white.
Itirukez.
Itirukez.
With all the money Bobbert, the least he could do is at least
You know how the rich stay rich?
guy, yeah.
By not
I mean,
spending money.
By not
Listen,
spending
it's-
money.
listen, I know this, but Leo's just like, come on.
I'm just trying to poke holes in everything I can. 'Cause that's
I mean, I could poke a hole in like every body here, but I'm trying to
Okay,
kill
alright.
people.
So we see the cockpit, which is I guess in the head.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
I don't want to call it the
We
head
got this-
pit, though.
And we have the snacks, right?
You do have snacks. The snacks are for Nika. Like the snacks are for like the Wander Captain. But you
Yeah.
can use some of them.
If we deplete the snacks, we'll just have to take the whole vending machine.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It's true, we could just do that.
Oh boy.
All right,
Once
well
we
let's
commandeer this machine for the silver thimble, yes.
let's bait one of these security guards out here so I can throw him the fuck outside.
Oh, don't worry, we'll do it to all of them.
I just want to see a pile of flamingos in the snow.
I can't believe I'm taking an active part in this, but here we go.
Oh, I
This
actually.
is good
I
for your
do have
resume,
it.
Leo.
So, here you go. This is the door. There are, like, these security guards are behind the door, so we don't have to worry about them too much right now. Oh, actually, they're facing the wrong ways. There we go. My bad. So yeah.
So here's my plan. I'm gonna place these snacks at the bottom of these stairs.
All right.
I'm then gonna knock on the door and say, "Hey guys, I got some snacks out here for you." And then
Who's
I'll wait.
that?
I think.
I'm one of the
What-
other.
what does the name say? It says
William.
William.
Williams.
It's-
Yes.
It's me, Williams, the engineer.
Why are you delivering, Willie?
I'm trying to be nice.
Get back to the engine. This thing's overheating.
Yeah, only if you guys eat your snacks.
Of course we're gonna eat. What'd you bring?
Everything.
Yeah,
I thought you could
What
want it.
specifically?
Oh, you got it. Now you gotta break
Well,
out
you
the.
see, I brought
What
the
did the
boba with
GM
the
say
fish,
earlier?
with the fish eggs. I brought the prawn crisps, the slender jimothies. I got a bunch of silky pudding and some shrimp salad, shrimp toast sandwiches.
Wow, you sound a lot stupider than I remember you sounding, Willie.
Oh,
That's
you know
okay.
me. I'm just constantly getting stupider.
Yeah, we do know you. And like, you honestly hear the two security guards like ribbing each other with their elbows. It's like fucking classic Willie. Ah. So yeah, they come out and they're like, ah, shit, he delivered all this stuff. Are you guys hiding? What are you doing?
Oh well. Is it time to start throwing these people out the door? All right. So how are we going to
And
go
that's when
about
I
this?
pop out. That's when I pop out and attack the one with the hat screwed up.
Why do you hate him so much? Go ahead.
I don't like him. I don't like his hat.
I'll attack the other one.
All right, both you two give me 20 siders.
Jesus.
This unit is learning so much of how engineering is do things.
You gotta be forceful with things, alright?
Oh. So, tough choice for Leto and a success for Royce. Royce, you just fucking annihilate this beak. This bird's beak. He's a minion, so he has 4 HP, but fucking Royce hits goddamn hard with those hands.
Smack.
And it's just like, he smashes against the wall, and it's just like out cold. Leto, your tough choices, you are, like, your attack does not immediately work.
Never mind.
You do. Oh, somebody made it a 20. Leto, what does it look like for you to completely take this guy apart? Like, he's a security guard. Like, he sees you coming and he like gets himself into like a martial arts pose to start fighting you. I'm picturing like the whole like suspenders like character like sees like somebody coming at him, gets ready for it, like flips his suspenders ready to go.
And I just completely just like encircle him with my mist, carry or fly him down the stairs because I'm in the mist form and he's incapacitated because I'm like suffocating him like a boa constrictor. Open the door, out he goes.
Seconds later, you just see the other one as Royce tosses him from the top of the like hatch, like goodbye.
And just like an alley-oop in a basketball game, like he falls down because Royce threw him down, and I just pick him right up and just throw him outside with the other one and shut the door behind the both of them.
Nobody
this feels
panic.
good.
I have to
This
make
feels good.
2 more frozen flamingos out here.
Oh no.
I wasn't sure how many flamingos I put in here until like now that we are like counting them as we destroy them.
Apparently not enough.
Piling him up outside.
Good
Oh,
lord.
I love this idea.
So you guys are all outside the engineering room. Not engineering. You're all outside the cockpit. All right, cockpit. Tarkus and Leo, well did like dispatching those two. What would you guys like to do? Oh, Nika, I don't know. You were getting the treats. You might have missed what I made here.
Oh boy, here we go.
Show her.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
Is it just getting buried?
That's what they get for messing with Lullaby.
No, well, I guess that's. Well, there's still 3 in the cockpit to go.
Yeah, there's 3 engineers. Tarkus and Leo, what would you two like to do? I'd like. Nika is like using Midjourney to generate these, like, and it's actually making it far more realistic than I want it to.
Oh no!
And it's just depressing, is what it is.
Oh boy. Well, if this is the plan we're going to do, well, there's a nice distracting pile of snacks for the flamingos to follow. Theo's gonna draw a sigil. Gonna have a flamingo on it, and that sigil's going to be a trap. Let's see how many of those flamingos will get up from their seats and go to that sigil with the snake to meet the rest of the crew.
Yeah. Roll me a 20-sider. Let's get these engineers out.
Aww, only a 5.
Failure.
I could make it a tough choice, but
No, you can if you want to. Go for it, man.
okay. I wasn't sure if it was a good idea, but I could try.
This game has to end pretty shortly anyway, so just getting to the conclusion is fun. Like, just keep being silly, guys.
All right, I guess we're gonna keep kicking out birds. We're gonna keep kicking out flamingos then. Let me just try to find it though, cause.
Oh no, Warlord played it for you, so you're good.
Oh, thank you.
So, the tough choice is they're gonna come out, and you can get all 3 of them out there, but they are gonna see you guys before, and one of them's gonna press the alarm.
Or
alternatively, they're gonna not want anybody to get in, so they're gonna lock the door behind them.
Oh. So what do you think?
Do we know how many more flamingos are in this robot? I know we haven't explored engineering yet, but do we know how many more security guards or crew there is?
What? Tarkus, this would be a great time for you to run a scan.
Oh boy.
If you think that's a thing that Tarkus would do.
I think it should be.
He will attempt to size up the entirety of this robot.
That's exactly what I was hoping you were gonna say.
Hell yeah.
Alright, 10. Tough choice, or somebody's gonna make it 11. I'm just gonna go with the 11 because I assume that somebody's gonna do it. Which is fine. I'm not upset about it. Happy about it. So what you know is, in front of the engine there are 4 security guards.
Oh.
Inside the engine, the engine room itself, there are 2 more. There's 1 engineer, and there is another engineer that's supposed to be in there, but he's looking around for his key card.
So this would be 6 more flamingos,
So that's
at least?
6 more flamingos, 1 roaming around, and 5 in the engine room.
5 in the engine room, and then you know that in... I'll actually just move you guys here real quick. There are another 5, 3 engineers and 2 security guards near the left arm.
That's a lot of flamingos.
This is the contraption that can be used. Tarkus, you know that these one of these right here, this one with the backwards hat, he's the boss of this place. He runs the security.
Oh, that's
the size up will have told you that this guy is the boss.
Uh-oh.
Guarding the weapon.
Why
So,
do I feel like we're better off not alarming everybody? That seems like a lot of flamingos.
So 11.
And they lock it down.
Well, if they lock it down, we can always try to unlock.
We sure can.
And if push comes to shove, I feel like Royce has two answers to breaking that door open. Call it a hunch.
Listen, it's been a while since a door has stopped me from getting somewhere.
And I take it today's not going to be today.
I hope not.
Well, so
Right,
is
so
the
the
group okay
Oh,
with unlocking it?
and I just remembered I can always go through the metal if we need to get around something, because that's how we got here in the first place.
So yeah, we'll let them lock the door so as not to alert the entire ship. Well,
Like, you see the last one out uses his key card to lock the door. A key card that Royce already has one of them, so it's fine.
oh, good, we made the right choice.
And they're like, ooh, snacks. It's like, I love snacks. And what is the effect of the trap?
well, the sigil was basically was a trap to basically draw them to the sigil.
Okay, yeah, so they're all in it. I'm gonna roll them. I'm gonna roll 3 20-siders and see if they eat the snacks before you can spring on them.
19.
One of them is very I'm sorry, the tea is gone. He is like already sucking up those fish eggs.
Yeah, that's fine. That could be gone. Ugh.
The prawn crisps are gone too. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh damn,
I
these
know.
guys are just scarfing this food down.
There's like a seagull eating mealworms. The last one is just like he can't get into the pudding. He's just trying to pull the foil back, but it just will not work.
All right, well,
And then
we got
he
food.
looks up, and whatever you guys, Tarkus, whatever your plan was, or Leo, whatever you guys' plans to like take these guys out, you've already lost half the captain's snacks.
All right, we can't lose anymore. Listen, we didn't think they'd be eating it that fast. That was
Oh, the flamingos are disgusting.
exactly like Leo is learning something here, and he does not like what he is learning. Horrible.
There's just shrimp pieces everywhere.
I think it's
Yeah.
time to pound some sense into them.
Well-
Yeah, Tarkus and Leo, what are you two's like attacks on these guys? Like, no, the one flamingo all of a sudden can't open the crisps. He's just trying as hard as he can. And it's like, you've all done it. You've all had that moment when a bag of chips will not open.
Oh, I hate that.
You know, it's just like he's trying to save face, but you see him like reaching in his pocket for a pair of scissors because this happens to him all the time.
Who the hell carries scissors on?
This guy, because like he can't open chips, but he loves them. I've been defeated by an uncomfortable number of chip bags.
I feel like flamingos shouldn't have chip bags since they don't have hands.
They make do sometimes. Not this one. This one's terrible. I also don't know how he uses scissors.
Okay, so we got the crisps and the pudding. So we got more snacks than we thought. It's good. Let's see. The only thing I have that would really actually, I could definitely take one of them and kind of knock them in the direction that we need them to go. Cause I imagine Royce and Leto are ready to continue this flamingo chucking train going.
Yes, very much so.
Leto's just down there by the door.
Waiting for the next one to be thrown down.
I'm at the top of the ladder.
That's what I was
thrown to
thinking.
me.
It's like a what do you call it? Like a not a conveyor
Bucket
belt, but
brigade.
just ready. Like just throw them to us. He'll throw it to me. I'll throw it out the door. Everybody wins.
Then I will use my one use of this for the scene, Claire, to make the attack successful. And and the attack in question is with his hooked spear, he is going to throw one because he's kind of short. Those flamingos are kind of tall, but those necks are quite grabbable. So he is going to hook onto one and just fling him into Royce's direction, like catch. Yes, they are quite grabbable. Them necks.
Yeah. So yeah, this is an automatic success. And yeah, one of them just goes flying down the. It goes flying into Royce's arm base. I clicked on the streams one again. So this one goes flying into Royce's arms, and then
I use my down attack, down smash, and I
Oh,
smash him
down
down
smash.
the stairs.
yeah, you give me a 20-sider for that though.
Oh no. How
What
badly?
if he fights back now?
Oh nope, he, ain't
No,
fighting
he
back.
doesn't. I feel like Noodle Neck is the pencil dick of flamingo insults.
Yeah.
Needle dick.
So that it comes flying down, and Leto just like opens the door. What, like the last one that the one that you just like constricted, so he wasn't like knocked unconscious, is like opens the door just as you as you like push the door open. He's right on the other side. Roll me an attack, please, to throw this one flamingo into the other flamingo, Leto. Oh yeah, and yeah, physical stuff is all
There we go.
buffed. So yeah, yeah, you knock the one out with the other one again.
What is this team?
This is the most efficient team we've had. I feel like.
Just gets it done.
I mean, this is the right idea. This makes perfect sense, and it's working. Knock on wood.
And engineering, y'all. We have a plan and we stick to it. Apparently.
That's
Ooh,
right,
another
dream team.
Tarkus, how are you gonna deal with one of these? What's Tarkus's plan to deal with a flamingo?
What has he learned from these three fine engineers?
Marcus is going to walk up behind him and attempt to just give him a quick bonk on the head to knock him out.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a 20-sider. Just a straight up attack, just like done. Oh no!
That makes sense. Time to change color.
So the one that you go to bonk is the one with the fish egg boba. Oh, middle of the. All right. So here's your tough choice.
It technically makes it an 11.
It does make it an 11. I'm gonna keep to that fiction. I'll keep to that logic. You bonk him on the head and you watch the fucking like boba straw come up out his nostril. And he tries to squawk, but he's just like choking on the boba. And the other one turns and looks, and like you provide a open opportunity for Leo. This is it. Like the one is like reaching for his communicator, but you can make an attack right now and take him down, like, and stop that from happening. But you don't have any time for like sigils or spells. Like if you have an ability, that's fine.
I was
But
gonna
like,
say, alternatively, can I mesmerize that one?
you roll me a 20-sider if you want him to be mesmerized by that straw coming up through his nose. Yeah, absolutely. He is completely like, whoa! Like, and like that's physical. Like I'm gonna say that's physical, so that's a 20. And he's just like leaning backwards, and he just like slips, smashes his head on the ground, and as he's trying to like recover, the yogurt comes flying back down and like smacks him in the head and knocks him out. He's out.
And
Then he's out. Yeah, okay.
then what happens with the body?
In the snowbank. Hold on.
There they go. There they go.
We got engineers out here now too, so. And now you guys can just walk right up into the Oh, I don't want to copy that one. I want to copy the blue ones.
Love this.
Cover them with snow again. There we go. It's like a beautiful snow globe.
Question.
Also,
Could we-
one of those has a straw sticking out of his nostril. But go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, question. Could we get some? Could we take some of those cards before we chuck them out the door? Because I feel like we might need more of those cards.
Yeah, if you guys want to take the cards, sure, you can take their IDs.
Just in case.
I don't have names for them, but
Yeah, no, we're just using the cards because I don't know. Something tells me like to get this thing working, we probably need more than one key card.
you do absolutely need 3 key cards for it.
Oh.
Correct.
So it's a good thing I figured we should probably take. Cool. All right.
All right.
How can we get this stuff?
Yeah, so you guys can just get right into here now, like with no problems.
All
But
right.
it's all written in Flamingo.
Does somebody have a flamingo to common translator?
Can I just try to look at everything and understand what it does?
Yeah. All 4 of you give me a 20-sider.
Okay.
I'm gonna like if it's a 1, I take the 1. But if it's like, I'm taking the highest.
Would I be able to use something like improvise to like help with like make a way to help figure this out with a tool or something that could?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay. So with the improvise, he's gonna use some of his stuff to try to get into the systems, try to figure out what in the world this thing is saying. That's his way to try to figure this out. It just helps. I don't know if it does. But here we go.
Oh, natural 20. That's sick as shit. With that 20, like you just like pull out like what do you pull out? Like
Because Leo's messed with communication devices before. He's helped with improving one of them. So maybe with that same idea, he runs it through like a similar type of way, like type of check, but just to decipher something instead. Because this thing is it's gobbledygook at the moment. So we gotta try to hack into this and make this more discernible for the common tongue.
Yeah, for sure. Like you figure that out, and like as you're figuring that out, like it's sparking Tarkus to like being in. As long as Tarkus is near that field, he can also understand any written flamingo.
Tarkus got an upgrade. Woo.
The opposite is in effect for Leto. If Leto gets too close to this, his flames start turning like the steam starts turning pink in a dangerous way.
Disgusting.
So Leto might need to keep away from this stuff. Okay.
I'm gonna stand back.
No problem. Luckily, this is only a 3 key card. Stay safe. We don't want you getting damaged from all this.
All right,
Appreciate
so
that.
what you guys find by like looking through this room is 2 things. A, they may have improperly built this machine because you can just press a button and drop that left arm. Not just like the drill part, you can drop the entire arm that you know those security guards are in.
Neat.
Well,
You can
there's
just-
an idea.
You can just disconnect any part of this thing from itself. Another thing Royce finds, like, this machine is built of the other robot that were down there.
No, so they took all the other robots and combined them essentially.
Yes, and that's what each one of these little like communication things here are. Like these are their minds.
I'm very upset about this.
But like, I'm gonna roll with Leo's 20. I said I was gonna take the highest, so I'm gonna roll with that 20. You know that you can take these apart, and like you guys would have to rebuild them, but you could put them back together again.
I'm all for putting them back to how they should be if you're up for it, sir.
I would
But-
very much like to return these great creations back to the glory days of Lullaby.
Then we'll do just that.
All right, so what are we doing?
I assume we now have to pilot this somehow back to the silver thimble.
No, I mean, for sure, you guys definitely can. Are you dropping that left arm? I do need to know that.
That's the arm that's drilling potentially into Lullaby, yes?
Yes.
Well, right. Should we drop this here?
Will there be any issue with rebuilding the robots if we do that?
No, you got enough like scrap. You got enough metal at the silver thimble to replace the arm, and like Fish Tanker Industries could rebuild the robots for sure.
Fantastic.
So what I would like to do is coincidentally just move the robot over and then drop the arm on top of all the frozen flamingos.
Oh, well,
Okay.
Just on accident, just oops.
Roll me a 20-sided to see if you can do it without Leo noticing.
I love it.
What are you doing?
Leo, you see it. You see it happen. Like you can dive and stop it if you want to.
But I'd be able to drop it sooner so that it doesn't absolutely murder everybody?
Yeah, roll me a 20-sided and see if you can stop it sooner. Like just like your control panel, like.
Oh. Like,
don't, Royce, you get another roll.
Oh no.
We're playing tug of war. Whatever Royce rolls next is versus whatever Leo rolls to stop it.
Well, we'll see if he rolls a 12. So if it was, that would be a success. We'll see if Leo noticed it.
Yeah, that would be a success, but we will try to like.
Leo noticed it too soon.
Leo, you are able to punch it in, and you manage to stop it from like stomping and dropping directly on the. But with a 19, like we're gonna boost that up to a 20. You're engineering, you know what you're doing. Royce, you know that it landed exactly where you wanted it to. You crushed them all. And like through the comms of this ship, you hear like, "What the hell's going?" Ah! And just squawk, squawk, squawk as all the engineers that are now again. I don't know if I was clear how big this thing is. It's fucking huge. Those people in that left arm are definitely dead.
Well, that's a mission accomplished for me.
Like, and you hear like the engineering room like shouting, and it's just like, "What's happening?" Like did the drill turn off? Like we're overloading down here. We need to put the energy somewhere.
Well, they could put it on the legs to get this thing moving proper. Because it hasn't moved at all yet, so I'm guessing the legs haven't really been doing much of anything. So would they be
throwing
able
people outside?
Well,
William is still in the pelvis because he can't access any other rooms because he doesn't have his ID card, so he's just wandering around retracing his steps. He's back in the break room right now.
Ball sack.
Yeah, okay.
So
he's in the ball sack.
So if anything,
well, your fish snacks live.
If they could transfer it to the leg, I don't know, would we be able to move it?
Give me that 20-sided view of Leo pretending to be a flamingo.
Fuck.
Or you don't even have to roll if you're convincing enough. Who's up there? Is that Willie? Willie's supposed to be down here with us.
Oh, you want me to take this one, Leo?
Wait, what let me just look at the. Let's see. What kind of random name we can give this flamingo? That we have the cards for. Throw some random ones in there.
I can just yell something out to stall him a little bit. Oh, geez, guys, William's up here. I just spilled all my sauce all over the controls. Oh,
Willie, you piece of shit!
Oh, I'm
People
such a
died.
piece of shit. Oh, jeez.
God damn it, Willie!
You better come up here and stop me. Oh, jeez.
You know what? I fucking will. It's like, come on, man.
Wait by the door.
All right.
No. Oh no.
Tarkus, you detect 4 security guards coming.
And I'm looking at Leo. I'm like, just keep keep getting the machine rolling. I'll take care of it.
All right. Leo would keep working with the machine to get this thing moving. Before,
Go ahead.
oh God.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, this is great.
So Tarkus, Leto, and Royce, you see 4 security guards coming. It's like, and they see you. They're like, "You're not Willie."
Oh, jeez, you found me out. I'm not really prepared
It
to.
sounds
get
a lot like him,
destroyed.
though. Oh, the threat was less like Willie, and you see them all like pull guns. So we do have David is a good name, David, but Dave, then with id at the end. Chuckles is Chuck with Charlie, and Carrie Lynn is
Carrie and
Carrie.
Marilyn?
Yeah, Carolyn.
Oh, okay.
Those are 3 possible flamingo names that you can use if you want to pretend to be a flamingo without roll.
Alright, that's good to know for the future. As these 4 security guards are.
Oh
Quite
no,
the
you're still fine.
Yes, yes.
You're talking to the you can talk to one of the engineers that is inside the engine. He doesn't know what's happening here.
Okay, so Leo's gonna be using David. It's David, right?
Dave.
David.
David. Yeah, like you say it like David. Okay, cool.
Yes.
It's David. William's just being just a great mess. I need to move this. I need to move the mech a bit. I swear I can't get anything done right with him here.
Ah, tell me about it. That guy's a piece of shit. So where are we putting this energy, David?
Let's get this on the leg so we can get this thing moving. Right now we got a bit of a problem we got a bit of a problem now. We gotta try to get this moving to a safer location to diagnose this situation. Fuck it, William.
Oh, cool. We going back to we going back to Continent, and we might have enough energy to make that.
Where is the airship generally at?
The airship is outside the snow line, but the airship wouldn't be able to help you transport this. This thing is too big.
I'm not worried about transporting them. There's still some flamingos in here. The airship crew might need to deal with that.
Oh, there are just 4 security guards, and they're about to eat it. Well, there's 6 because Williams and this engineer, but it's like, so are we going back to Continent? We can make that in 1 jump.
Not yet, because then we're gonna be leaving behind the whole arm. Because I'm guessing we might be leaving behind the whole drill arm at this point. Oh, it's such a fucking mess. Sorry.
Right, I'm giving the legs all the power. You tell us where to go. You can drive it from here. And
thank you. So Leo's controlling the legs while the fighting's going on.
All right, you 3. How do you deal with these 4 security guards? They're pulling. 2 are pulling batons. 2 are pulling guns. They're all security, because they're all facing the left.
Oh. I'm gonna take on the one closest to me and try to do my boa constrictor thing again.
Right?
Oh, Williams is getting ready to try to leave.
Williams bounced.
William is defecting. Maybe.
I don't know if he's defecting or if he's like gonna become a bad guy for later. But he's out.
Steph's like, can we have him?
No.
Nope, you're not allowed, Steph.
That's a different card.
Denied.
Also, you guys have done absolutely no work to make a flamingo friend in this situation.
No, not in the slightest.
Alright, so tough choice. Leto, you start to get this one in it, and then you see the second security guard, like, you start to get one of the baton ones in your constructor, and you see the other one pull out a gun. He's gonna fire this gun at your mist form. Like, it still feels dangerous. Something about it feels specifically dangerous right now. But you will Like you'll take some damage, but you will also get this guy out of here. Like you will like incapacitate and then, you know, ladder door situation. But or like you can step back and see that something far too dangerous about this, and I can give you a little information for that one.
I'm gonna take the damage and ladder door him.
All right. So you see him pull out this gun, and he fires. Royce and Tarkus, that bullet as it's going,
I would like to play an over my dead body.
Oh, okay. So yeah, absolutely. So Tarkus jumps in the way of it, and you see it deals 2 damage to Tarkus, like as it hits him, and like you see the bullet is now lodged in you. It also takes 4 AP away. As this like bullet is like lodged in Tarkus's chest. We can study it later. But is a very similar bullet to what the Gibbet folks used on K, but hit Joaquin instead.
Oh.
An AP draining bullet.
I'm gonna hop over Tarkus now,
All right.
and I'm gonna basically breakdance,
Oh,
but use whirlwind.
Absolutely. Give me that 20-setter.
Attempt to strike the last of them.
ooh.
Oh, with an 18, absolutely. And it's good because we're almost out of time for today's game. So like as you like breakdance, like you break these 3 flamingos. Like one foot connects right with the front beak of one takes its legs out, and then it just like spins one more time, headbutts the third one.
And then like
And-
I hop up and I just dust myself off.
And you see Leto's like, it's like ghostly arms come up, grab their feet, drag them down the fucking ladder.
I'll be taking these.
Out the robot they go.
And just as like Leto closes the door for the for throwing out the last one, the jet boots on it just ignite and flies this thing into the air, just like
Oh, they got eviscerated.
straight into the sky. Like this thing takes off with all the power. I need one more roll from you, Leo. I don't know how well you pilot robots.
Oh shit, this thing is jumping. Oh boy. Oh no. Let's see. What can I? That's a. I guess that's not working very well. He's probably gonna crash something. Oh no. It's not a 1, so at least he's not crashing into anything too dangerous. But oh, this is concerning. This is concerning. Oh,
Pinch hitter one more time.
oh God! Why would you do this to me?
For the drama.
Fools. Okay, a 10.
All right. So tough choice. Your tough choice is when you're gonna land at the silver thimble. That's where you're gonna land. We're not destroying anything. Nobody panic.
Okay.
But one of 2 groups sees you do this and knows it's the Wander crew. It's either the Flamingos know that you have their rope, or the Gibbet folks see your robot and are very interested in it.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
So which evil would you want focusing on us? Well,
So
we don't know it.
Leo,
Why me? No.
it's your role. It's
Review.
your decision.
Ah, boy.
You can think on it, Leo. We can sit on this. You don't have to answer me right now.
No. We'll figure this. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out now.
You like being
Figure
in
this
the
out
hot
now.
seat?
What? Gave the simple plan back?
The simple plan is make one roll of 20, make one roll of 1. But that's going to be the last roll of this game.
Oh,
Of
okay.
this particular game.
Sorry, y'all. But it looks as if folks got some words to talk with the Gibbet folks.
Alright?
And so it is thus.
And
Okay.
so it shall be.
It shall be the Gibbet.
Has been
And
decided.
on top of that, maybe the flamingos might think them Gibbet folks took their bird. Took their map.
Oh, jeez.
So
Get a
you
little
land-
confusion.
So you land the robot. You managed to land the robot just fine, but like the people from Jupiter are just like watching. You actually see a moment of Lithium looking at it, like as it like flies through the sky. Lithium is a squirrel that wears a gas mask, and she's just taking notes. And then it just like she sees where it lands, and like you see her draw a little map, like silver thimble. And now we can finally explain what this robot is here, I guess, because this robot next to the fish tinger factory is going to be this big robot.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And I know Leto has to go.
And I'm
Thank
going to
you.
deliver an entire vending machine worth of goods to the captain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we got the whole vending machine
You
with
got
us.
the whole thing. Yeah, you got the robot and all. So the captain now has a shrimp-based vending machine in her office. So that's fun.
Captain now has.
There's so many
Does this
frozen
thing just officially
flamingos.
become the captain's favorites.
Like, yes.
That was the best part. All the frozen flamingos.
It's like they're all. I need you all to know they're dead.
Oh
No,
yeah.
oh yeah, they're 100% dead.
I'm
Yeah,
so
I know
glad the
that's for
mission's
sure.
gone perfectly for once.
But remember, we didn't kill them. We just put them outside. It was Mother Nature that.
I'm pretty sure Stalin said something like that.
Ah.
I can't be 100% sure, but I'm
Nah, you know-
pretty sure.
Ah,
It was,
Conrad,
it, was,
Conrad.
it, was,
No,
it was William's fault. That darn engineer don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
send
they-
them to Siberia.
Especially, it doesn't help that Williams decided to escape. Oh, that's oof.
Oh yeah, they
extra.
are definitely all blaming William.
God
sure.
damn it, William!
You guys
Excellent.
go, just.
I've gaslighted his whole life into ruins.
Look at all those birds. Good Lord.
In Soviet Russia, road forks you.
I am concerned at how efficient we are at chucking flamingos. Apparently.
Yeah.
Like,
We're-
this
We
is
are
what
really
I
good.
want.
We are really good at that.
Flamingo kill counter things on the side of the robot now.
It's just like drawing
Ooh.
flamingos.
Yeah, like the World War II fighter jets, where they would
Yeah.
put like every time they killed a Japanese or a Nazi plane, they'd put the symbol for like a kill count. So
Mhm.
can we have like a kill count on the side of the Wanderpus? You know, how many just little flamingos for all the ones we've killed.
Let's not make that a thing. That
I
people-
mean, we don't have to, but
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
secretly do it.
I'm gonna, every time I see a picture of the Wanderpus, I'm gonna see 7 flamingos on the
7.
side.
I can tell you right now, that's more than 7.
But 9, 10, whatever. It's gonna be there in my picture.
You know what?
my
Just to
imagination.
find out, Alan, if you could you separate them so we can just count how many poor birds did we throw out the ship?
I actually don't know. So to be clear, you got the 2 at the beginning, then the 3rd, then 2 at the beginning, the 3rd, then the 4th, then 4 more, then 2 more. So that's 10, and then 2 more. So I think it's only 12 security, and it's 6 engineers. 6 engineers. It's 12
11
security.
security, 11 security, 1 to skip to whatever. What was it backwards?
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
God damn it! And and then they said all of the ones that fell in the arm.
Oh yeah, I counted those ones.
Okay. Oh my god.
Look at the body count.
Ah, what a lovely day.
Leo's going to be horrified and just voices like, "Good job."
I'm patting Leo on the back like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the commitment to the crew we need.
Eh.
That's bringing your A game.
Great job, Leo. You too, Targus. Nice.
I can't believe how successful that went.
Oh my god.
Hold on, everybody. I'm
Oh,
doing
we
the
got-
thing.
We got a robot now. You got Snag.
You got a robot. It's gonna that thing's gonna take a lot of work to get working right again because it is Once you guys get it back, I'll just give you a little for future reference situation. it has a little bit of necromancy in it that ties very closely to what Charity did. Very much like the roses. It's very similar.
Gotcha. So I feel like Charity may want, probably Melanoia might want to look at it too. You know, necromancy stuff.
It's like it's necromancy mixed with other things that are not normal bodies. Plants are like are working necrotically, and so are like.
Oh, Syria, wherever you are in the lost vastness of space, you might be interested in this too. And there's also there's the minds of the robots in there that we need to separate and give their own bodies again.
Yes, that is correct.
So it's gonna be busy work, but I'm up for it.
Just
Sure.
throws all this paperwork on Pim's desk. Here you go. I figure you guys love this.
All right, and with that, we're gonna wrap this up so Leto can go. Not just so Leto can go, because it was a shorter game, but like I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a great time.
It
So
was
we-
ridiculous. We are apparently a well-oiled machine, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
all right,
Of course,
so
we had a great day.
I will get you guys your silver bounties. I owe a lot of people some bounties from last week. I'm gonna get them done tonight and tomorrow. So by the recap stream tomorrow, I should have those out for you guys.
Okay.
So thank you all for coming and playing. Like I had a lot of fun.
Y'all did a great job.
You all did an amazing job, and the game got wasted. Like I thought yesterday's game was gonna be peak silliness for a while. Today's game got pretty silly.
That's probably my fault. But
I don't
We
know.
are- We are
Say that
efficient.
like it's a bad thing.
We are efficient. Okay? We are engineering. We get work done. We get it done the best way we possibly can. Apparently, god damn it, I see stickers on that thing.
10 out of 10.
Perfect.
That's what we call production value right there.
That's what I'm here for.
Marcus has learned so much about how
Yes.
engineering does things.
Oh my
It's a very
god.
educational mission.
Well, at least you're learning on the physical side of things. Now Leo's gonna have to teach you proper engineering. Not this. Not this. But it's good to know. I guess.
and a good setup game, Alan. Good planning.
Yeah, now we got the folks at Gibbet curious about us.
Hey, Gibbet's curious. You guys get to like work on a robot. Like
See,
A
we're
lot
gonna
of
be
little parts.
in like a skyscraper, and Targus can be like, "So the old toss them down, right?"
I mean,
toss them
that's-
out the door.
Oh, look at the flamingos. Look at them. Look, there they are.
It took me all of like 5 minutes to do that. I was like, I need this stream to be over because I know you gotta go, but I'm gonna finish this.
It was worth the wait.
I'm also just laughing. That bullet brought me down to 1 AP.
What is in a dream, everybody?
1 AP in a dream.
Alright,
Thank you all
so
for coming. Thank you all for playing. Thanks everybody in the chat. I know it was like a shorter vote thing, but like I knew this game only had a couple hours,
Yeah.
so I wanted to get you guys. I wanted you guys to do something, but
we will see you all tomorrow for the recap. So we'll go over everything that has happened so far because we didn't do one like at the end of last month. Obviously, work on the top supporter picture thing. We're gonna give Soki some beach attire ahead of the beach party game, and I'll give you some little hints of stuff to come. So we will see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you all for playing and for being a part of this. Bye forever.
thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
Goodbye.
Yay!